what I'm about to explain, this will show you how hard it is to understand what's real anymore. Trump was shot in the ear. Was it real? Was it a setup? The Charlie Kirk murder, they thought it was the kid on the roof, but the gun doesn't match. Was it real? Was it a setup? How did a runner run past all the security, get shots fired off all over the place? The security is super slow to do anything to protect the president. You go and look at the comments. It was the first thing I did after I heard that, because we've become so desensitized that this is just, this is another Monday. More chaos, more drama, more extreme, crazy things that happen. They pull everybody's attention away. But the thing I'm probably the most excited about? The comments were, oh, look, my favorite comment was, oh, look, another distraction to distract us from the distractions. And I thought, how true is that? How true is that? How do you even come to a conclusion of what's real anymore? Wherever you go, there's this extreme example of why what you believe is either false or it's real. And there's 10,000 evidences and facts and books and data and scholars supporting what you believe. Or example, you want to believe in atheism? There's tons of evidence and science and people backing that up. You want to believe in religion? Pick a religion. All those different religions have all this evidence and science and data backing up, and history backing up what they believe and what they think. So how do you really come down to what's true? Your eyes can be deceived now more than ever. Artificial intelligence can create reality out of fiction. It is almost to the point to where it's impossible to tell what's real. I was watching these bull videos on people getting kicked off bulls. For whatever reason, AI chose that. And I don't even know why. That was something I clicked on it, rabbit hole, doom scroll. And as I watched it, I'm like, visually it looked perfect. I mean, even the movement, the tearing of the clothes, the dirt flying up the way it did, the direction, all the little details were beautiful and perfect, but just something felt a little bit off. And then I noticed more and more of these videos popping up all over the place. I'm sure the algorithm said, oh, apparently, Patel likes people getting kicked off of bulls, and it dumped more of that into my feed. And as I looked at it, what I realized, there was a pattern. There's patterns in everything. When you're watching an AI video, you feel it more than you see it. It's getting to the point to where it's so real, but something feels off. But visually, it makes perfect sense. What they're saying is articulate, and it makes sense. So you're going to have to get to the point to where when you watch a video, you're going to have to connect to yourself and feel more than you see and more than you hear, because sight can be mimicked, sound can be mimicked to pretty much perfection. But guess what? Close your eyes, pay attention to how you feel. And I know this sounds a little bit hippie of me, but it's the only thing you have left. And this is why human-to-human connection is the most important thing that we can do moving forward. I'm not terrified of AI. I'm terrified of our dependency upon AI moving forward. AI is a tool, just like a hammer. You can build a house or tear it down. With AI, you can build and create beautiful things, but you can also destroy things, which is reality, which is the understanding and comprehension of mankind, because you can distort and manipulate everything now. I mean, for heaven's sake, we created in 1993, I think it was. No one can tell me that Tyrannosaurus in Jurassic Park didn't look perfectly real. Its movement, its sound, everything it did, it was incredible. We did that in 1993. What is that? Coming up on like 30, what? Yeah, what is that? 30 years ago. 30 freaking years ago. 3/4 of my freaking lifetime. We made dinosaurs real. So only imagine what AI can do today. So what I challenge all of us to do is connect to each other. When you and I are sitting across from each other, one-on-one, that's real. When you're sitting with your spouse and your children and you're laughing over a family dinner, or you're walking with a friend through a park holding hands, those connections are real, and AI can never take that from you, and it can never replace that. and the conversations that you have. This is why it's so essential that we meet together, that we unite, that you meet together and you unite in purpose. And that purpose is just understanding each other and caring about one another. It's a very, very different world when you can see across the table and you see and feel their emotions versus a digital screen where you can push a button and delete that person after you've spoken the way you can't delete. If you're in person, you have to figure it out, and you have to connect, and you have to find some type of compromise or some way of bonding or some way of connecting. So again, the only way to battle the extremes of AI, what is it? It's superficial connection at the highest level, and it's impersonating what's real from the sound, from the sight. The whole experience is impersonated. So now, okay, what's the equal and opposite reaction to that? Again, super simple. You and another person, or a few people, sit down together, break bread together, and spend time together, and focus more on what's real that you actually have control over.